Hey, Officer Thomas, Seattle. Gun. Shots fired, shots fired. Suspect down. Help the officer.
Okay, folks, so I guess that's how it's done, right? You got a pedophile, and they did what should probably normally be done, especially with an armed suspect who is trying to commit violence against these officers and who's there to pick up on what he thought were a 7-year-old and an 11-year-old girl. Okay, so this perv, occasionally justice is served, and nobody needs to spend money on this trial. Taxpayers are saved the pain of dealing with this, and this is the Seattle police right here, as you can see in the corner. Well, from the watermark, that's what. And it's really good to see finally something being done in this world where it seems like you've got the feds, you've got the Biden regime that pushes the opposite of this. You've got a world right now that pushes the normalization of pedophilia from the top down. The Biden regime, Biden himself is a pedo. You've got WEF types, UN types, and they're involved in sex trafficking, like they're actually like supporting it. And then Epstein's Island, where you've got underage girls, and it just seems like the world is upside down as far as those any moral compass whatsoever. So it's really good to see this, and good job to these guys. So Colin Rugg says, Seattle police shoot and kill a 67-year-old pedophile who showed up at a hotel to meet up with two girls, 7 and 11 years old. That's how it's done. Seattle officers were waiting inside the hotel room when the man arrived. When the police officers answered the door, the man tried pulling out a gun. He was immediately shot dead. One officer was grazed by the bullet, but he was treated on the scene with minor injuries. The officers were working undercover with the Washington State Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. Good work, boys. I'm surprised this task force hasn't been shut down by all the neolibs who run Washington State right now. And feds, take note. I just am saying, hey, your performance review was poor this year. You could do better. Take note from these local cops here. This is what cops should be doing. This is what law enforcement should be doing. Not going around and intimidating law-abiding citizens, but rather going after a real threat, pedophiles. And do I believe this should happen to everybody? No, of course not. Some, it's like, okay, due process, go to jail, get charged. But this was, he obviously, he himself was tried pulling a gun. So I think they responded really well to this. Juanita says, that's how it's done. Why on earth was he carrying a gun? Did he plan to intimidate the intended victim if she didn't comply? Good grief. We probably will never know because he's dead. That's the best part, a question I didn't need answered. And of course, that's what I'm talking about. Yep. Good. There is no need to waste taxpayer money on a trial now. I know. And with the death of this pedophile who was armed, who was going to shoot back at the cops, who was going to use it, I'm sure all of you Antifa freaks and BLM freaks are just pissed off right now. Surely that this man, your allyship with this pedophile it's kind of over at this point. So sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry. So anyway, there are many Antifa tears crying right now. Trantifa, those people too. Joshua Walker, quick and simple, saw immediate threat and rectified it immediately. Yep, suppress the threat. Let this be a warning to all others. This is how all pedophiles should be treated. Quick, efficient, very effective, and gone forever. There was a time when kidnapping for ransom, rape, and child molestation carried the death penalty. There can be again. Protect the children. If a dog can be put to sleep for attacking children, then so should all pedophiles. Save our children. Hashtag end human trafficking. Yeah, and remember, Trump, when he was in office, he signed a bill. He was the only president that ever signed an executive order outlawing sex trafficking, to go after and investigate sex trafficking and go after that. And I think as soon as Biden came into office, I'm not sure about this, but I think that got nicked right away, nixed, because that's not what the elites or the neolibs, they can't handle that stuff because they're all involved in that type of stuff. Epstein's Island is your proof right there. They were all involved. They like to diddle with kids. And so this goes against their narrative for sure. And Larry Fink, I'm looking at you, you perv. And so problem solver, breaking news, there is now a child molestation vaccine, one shot and it's cured. Minus one pedophile. Today is a good day. Today, let's see, the world is a better place. Wow, that's insane. It almost seems like the pedo was going for death by cop. He knew it was all over, so didn't want to go through with the trial and jail. The police did an admirable job protecting themselves and future children from being victimized. Yeah, the police did one hell of a job. You know, with all this stuff about defund the police, I'm like, you know what? In this case, you guys did you did a superb job. And way to go to the Washington State Task Force for protecting children from internet predators. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we got it. And yeah, he literally did get smoked, didn't he? And there is some smoke rising right there. Right here. Here it is. Anyway, I could easily see this happening in Florida. It's wild to me that this happened in a deep blue liberal city like Seattle. Hopefully the police will not face any consequences for their actions. Well, I hope not. And that's why we need to share this. We need to keep sharing this video and show that that there's support for cops like this on a task force doing God's work, going and nabbing down pedophiles, especially when there's an imminent threat. And they're like, hey, I'm going to come over with a gun and meet up with this 7-year-old girl and 11-year-old girl. This is going to be great. Gadzooks, dude. I'm surprised Biden didn't show up there with him, too, like with an ice cream and like ready to sniff, scratch and sniff. You know, President Scratch and Sniff. Perfect, swiftly handled, saving the taxpayer money, and that's how you do it. This should be the immediate reaction to all pedophiles, Sarah Hernandez. Regulated. Police doing what they're training to do. Justice can be messy at times, but it was appropriate here. It clearly shows that their training kicks in here. Yeah, this is excellent news. We have to have more of this to keep them away from our children. Yeah, I think the elites, they got so brazen and overt with their crazy sex pervy indulgences that they decided, yes, part of the New World Order is we're just going to normalize pedophilia. And I guarantee this ain't going to go down well for you folks. I'm just saying it'll just be a lot of paperwork. So Perp took the room temperature and challenge and won. So anyway, I'm going to finish it there, folks. But if you have anything to add, please put it in the comments below. Please subscribe if you haven't, and please put a like on the video. Hope you like that. Kudos and major salutes out to this Seattle task force, believe it or not, in a deep blue city. So they should get an award for what they did, and they suppressed the threat. And so thank heavens, and I will talk to you later, folks. See you later. Bye.